To the contrary. Charlie Sykes is here. Simone, I start with you on the Biden side of the ledger. Your thoughts about his final days as president?
Look, Nicole, I think there were a lot of people who believed that maybe President Biden did not understand the moment we were in, right? Particularly when he welcomed President-elect Trump to the White House, and then the White House released these photos of not just in the Oval Office, but literally outside, posing outside the White House, smiling with Trump. And there were folks who said, oh, no, he just said he was a threat to democracy, and here he is welcoming him. Maybe the Democrats were just all rhetoric. But what the president, I think his legacy, and to be clear, legacies, they are evaluated over time, not in one particular moment. And I think the legacy that Joe Biden leaves here will be one that is what he told me when I first talked to him in 2019, that the battle for the soul of this nation. And what he did in the Oval Office address the other night, what he continuously reiterated in the interview, the excellent interview that Lawrence conducted, is that Joe Biden understands this moment. And he wants the American people to understand this moment as well. He is not going out, all rainbows and bunnies, as I like to say, and giving a laundry list of all his accomplishments and says, oh, it's going to be all right. He is warning us all that if we do not stand guard, if we do not do something, in the words of, Michelle Obama, this country is going to become something that we do not recognize. And I know some people might say that that's hyperbole, but look around, open your eyes. It is happening.
I mean, Simone, to your point, we led with his farewell message because not only in the context of previous farewell messages, but to your point about people that are wondering whether the Democratic Party and the pro-democracy movement understands the moment or believes the warnings it's issued. Hell yes, they do. I mean, he warned of an American oligarchy. I think it's an incredibly important, the choices he's made in these final days should leave no doubt in anyone's mind that it's as dire as people have been warning.
Absolutely. And, to be clear, that is not how Joe Biden talks. Anyone who knows the president, he doesn't speak like that. This is not a speech, frankly, that he had given before. And that anyone, just take a look at what he has said. That should let you know that he understands this moment. The president is someone who believes in the institutions, right? He talked about with the interview with Lawrence why he got into public service in the first place. He started as a county councilman and then became the youngest person ever elected to the United States Senate at one point in time. Then obviously vice president and now president. Joe Biden is someone that even when we worked for him and we would say, I would get in a very spirited battle, if you will, with the president when I worked for him on the campaign trail in 2020, because Joe Biden would say, it would sound sometimes that he is talking about a Congress and a way of life and politics that no longer exists. And for all of us, even people that worked for him that doubted him, he went in and he got all this work done within with the Congress, given the interesting dynamics. It pains him, I think, to see what is happening in this country. And for anyone that cares about our country, who loves it, who wants a future for our children and our children's children, I think you have to be willing to, take up your banner, take up your mantle, find your place and space here and lean in and do the real hard work of defending the hard-fought wins and gains that we have made in this country. Because Donald Trump, he doesn't care about those things. He cares about other things. His agenda is very different than the agenda for American democracy.
Charlie Sykes, the New York Times editorial board, stepping pretty brazenly and boldly